I can take an athlete 10 years removed from surgery, put them on my table and point out the kinetic chain dysfunctions that may be present as a result of that surgery. So what you're pointing to is something that's very common. In sports medicine, we take a very orthopedic approach to rehabilitation. And what I mean by that is, okay, we fix the structure through surgery. Let's say you've done an ACL. Do you have range of motion? Great. Do you have no pain? Great. Can you start to squat? Great. Is there some muscle tone coming back? Great. You're good to go. That's generally the orthopedic model. What it doesn't address, okay, the injury on its own is an insult to the body. Then you go through surgery where you're cutting through tissues, healthy tissues, to get to the area you're going to repair. You're going to nail something into a bone. These are all insults to the body. This is all trauma to the body. And this leaves an imprint on the body through the nervous system. The nervous system alters as a result of all this trauma. And in rehabilitative approaches from surgical conditions, I don't think the majority of the athletes get that aspect of the imprint or alterations in the nervous system addressed. And so what I mean by that, what does that look like? There could be a reduction in range of motion in tibiofemoral rotation. So there's a degree of rotation in your knee. You may not get that fully back. You may have some, we call it inhibition of some of the nerves to some of the muscle fibers. So the force absorption capacity and force generation capacity now on that limb in that area that has been affected is reduced. Something else has to pick up that load, right? The laws of physics is any force you exert, you have to deal with the reaction forces. And those forces have to go somewhere. Something else is having to deal with them. And so this is why you're getting kinetic chain issues somewhere, maybe not related to the surgical site, but somewhere else has issues that manifest itself. And there's subtleties that are not addressed. And like I said, I can confidently, 9 out of 10 post-surgical athletes, I can get on my table and I can point out to them the dysfunctions that are present. And it's not necessarily pain generative. So they don't think anything's going on. And it's not like they can't move. They just don't realize they're moving with subtle compensations, subtle alterations in ideal manners. And so then you have this kinetic chain issue that develops because other areas are having to be loaded.